is going on, everybody? It is your boy Arrows here, and we are here for the last chapter of what I think has the highest chance of being reprinted going forward for the new standard format. And obviously, this is not, we're into Ursula's Return. This list will not include the Singer 7 Ariel that came in the starter deck, because we know that she's being reprinted. And also, if you paid attention to the news from the World Championships, and you overlooked all the nonsense with the DLCs, we might make a video about that. I don't know if I want to get into that conversation. I'm not happy being Canadian, but that's where we put the pin in that. We are not going to be obviously talking about the Pegasus because it is now an official reprint. If you go and you look at the picture, they showed for the participation Pegasus, the Enchanted. If you go down and you look in the number in the corner, it is EN9, meaning that Pegasus will be reprinted in Fabled. We're not talking about that, but we are talking about, honestly, I think possibly the highest number of cards I've gotten for reprints / honorable mentions out of this video series so far. So let's get into it. I believe that of all the cards in Ursula's Return, a whopping 21 have the highest potential of being reprinted. Now, some of these are honorable mentions for specific decks. Some of these are actually cards I think will merit a reprint because of how well they work in certain strategies going forward and how they've popped up really powerful near the end of this season. So my first one is a definite honorable mention because I play Madrigal, and most of the Madrigals that will be rotated out, they have a version of themselves that is legal going forward. They might not be as good, but they do have a version of themselves legal going forward. But Julieta doesn't. We did not get a new Julieta Madrigal, so I think this one should be reprinted because A, she's really good. B, she also functions as a poor man. Hello, it's me. I'm a poor man. Rapunzel, gifted with healing. When you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. If you remove damage this way, you may draw a card on a 1/4 that quests for 4 that is inkable and costs 3. I like Julieta. She's the only Madrigal that hasn't been reprinted. I also run her in my Emerald and my very, very budget Amber Emerald discard because Rapunzels do be expensive here in Canada land. Getting into Amethyst. This is a surprise card that I did not initially have on this list, but it has been seeing a spike in play in Amethyst steel decks. This one and the broom that with the broom that we're going to talk about, and the broom that gives you evasive, which is also a broom we're going to talk about. Yen Sid, and honestly, I hope he gets reprinted because I love this card. I played brooms for the longest time before I realized that I wasn't getting anywhere with brooms. Yen Sid is a 2-cost, 1/3, quest for 1. When you play this character, if you have a character named Magic Broom in play, you may draw a card. He's a 2-cost. The best Magic Broom is a 1-cost. You play that Magic Broom on your next turn, you quest with it, gain a lore, play this Yen Sid, your broom blows up, you draw a card from Yen Sid, you draw a card from the broom, lots of card draw. Early card draw is really good, and I think Amethyst Steel does it better. Well, Amethyst in particular does it better than any of the other colors. And then we have 2 more broom characters in play. This character gets +2. Also a really good effect in the late game if he's out and you play a second broom. You play 2 brooms, you're questing for 3 with Yen Sid. Really, really good card. And look at that art. Look at that art. Look at this art. It's just perfect. I love Yen Sid. Arguably, probably my favorite card out of Ursula's Return. Which brings us to the broom. If we're reprinting Yen Sid, we're reprinting some brooms. This is the only broom I think that you want to reprint. Unless you want to reprint them all so that people can play brooms in the new standard format, go for it. But this one and the evasive one are the only 2 I think are worth reprinting. 1 cost, 1/2, quest for 1, nice and tidy. And whenever you play another character, banish this character, draw a card. This plus Yen Sid is a really good combo. Really good. And then Belle, Aspiring Mystic. Fun fact, until this recent set championship, I did not know that you did not have to move the damage. That you did not have to put the damage on an opposing chosen character. Fun fact. Really good card. The three cost item bell that you can banish an item to player is still super legal going forward. Blurple is really good. I think keeping the reprint of this card continues to help Blurple be really good, especially with all the new tools it got from Reign of Jafar. Nothing else to say about that. Also, that art is amazing. Why this didn't get a enchanted, I'll never know. Going into Emerald, I think this set did Emerald the most justice. You can make a pitch for Clarabelle in Into the Inklands, but I think, or is that Shimmering Skies? Never mind. Clarabelle, Shimmering Skies. Ignore me. You can make a pitch for Clarabelle and Shimmering Skies, but I think this set did Emerald the most justice. We got so many clutch, amazing cards in Emerald for this set. We're going to talk about some of them. Honorable mentions out here to Pegasus. They're reprinting the one cost Pegasus. Give us the reprint of the Shift 3. Let us do crazy Shift 3. Make my entire board evasive stuff with Pegasus. Diablo, I think the Diablo package should be reprinted because we are still getting a lot of really good discard options and a lot of good draw options. So being able to have this to kind of keep our opponents in check for what they're drawing is really good. He's not a broken monster. There are many ways of getting rid of him. Almost everything is running something that has some form of evasive in it for him. And literally the Red Steel Challenge deck just got a Mulan that's evasive on their turn and a Mushu that gives everything rush, reckless, and evasive. So let's do this. Let's reprint them. Hidden Inkcaster, Emerald will forever have the problem of a lot of their really good cards not being inkable. This helps it. Keeps your hand fresh, keeps you in the game. I think it needs to be reprinted. The Muses, yes, the Muses. I think that the blue, the Sapphire Emerald bounce deck is hilarious. And I would like to see it continue to be a thing going forward. For that to happen, this card needs to be reprinted. Let's do it. We don't talk about Bruno. Same thing with the Muses. Bounce deck. We want this. Let's get a reprint on this. It's just also a really good card, too. Turn chosen character. Any character is a threat to your hand. Make them discard a card. Really good. Not broken. Very balanced. Under the Sea, I know we have, and then he hurled his Thunderbolts, but honestly, Under the Sea is still a really good card, especially with Sapphire Coil now. You could really get some amazing mileage out of this card. I think we should see a reprint for it. That, and we just brought out a bunch more Sing Togethers, so let's keep it going. Ruby got a lot of their core really strong cards in this set that like changed how the deck functioned. I think they should all be reprinted because they're not like incredibly broken anymore. I feel like with stuff like with Ruby, it was really broken when it came out, but as we got more sets into the new meta, like with Shimmering Skies and Azurite Seas and Arcasia's Island, I feel like these cards are just good now. They're not stupidly broken, but they're still really good. But I think we should reprint Snuggly Duckling just because I think this is hilarious with racers, and we got a ton of great racer support. So this is a more of an honorable mention than I should be reprinted. Using a Candy Shift or a Candy Drift or whatever it's called, the Ruby Amber card that gives you a +5, and when it gets banished, you gotta draw a card. Move it here for 2. Smack something, gain 3 lore. It dies, you draw a card. Really fun. This isn't I feel must need be reprinted, but with racers, I would love to see this get reprinted. That's just a fun little deck that can do a surprising amount of damage out of nowhere. And also, it's got this cool enchanted. But let's be honest, the core of our Ruby in this set falls to cards like Brawl. Banish chosen character with 2 or less. This card should be reprinted. It is really good. I think we do not have, going forward, enough cards that take stuff off the field. Yes. Same with Sisu. Early game. Banishes threats. So there are some really good one cost cards out there, that one power cost out there that are threats. Get rid of them. Goofy challenge deck loves Goofy. I love Goofy. This art is amazing. I think this Goofy is really good for the challenge deck, especially with the Mushu, especially combined with Mushu. Really gives us the ability to punch you in the face hard and get lots of lore off of it. Sisu, I think Sisu should be reprinted. I think going into a new format and getting rid of all of the, not reprinting a lot of the cards that hit multiple things is a bad idea, because then you get stuff like Ward that runs rampant. I think Sisu is good. I think red, blue is, I think ruby, sapphire is fine. I think we can get away with it. Also, this is another great enchanted. All the enchants are great, but this one is. Sapphire was a little bit harder to hit things for, that I thought should stick around. This, I think, could be really cool with a lot of stuff we got in Reign of Jafar. Banish chosen item. Its player gains 2 lore. For a 1 is amazing. There's a lot of other really good cards in Reign of Jafar that when a item is banished, you get to do things. Ice block falls in line purview with the bounce deck, and just another way to get attack powers down, so you can bounce stuff with muses and return stuff to the bottom of the deck with Under the Sea. I think if it doesn't get reprinted, it's not the end of the world. So I think we'd probably rank this in like the honorable mentions area. Greystone Dragon, for the same reasons we talked about Fishbone Quill, Sapphire is ramp. So if you banish all of the good ramp, what do you have? What do we have that ramps post into a Shivering Skies on? We have Tipo, Sail the Azurite Sea. I feel like there's a bunch of like super meta ones, but those are really the only 2 like meta cards that do it. So give like same reasoning with Into the Ink, with Inkborn Quill, a Fishbone Quill. Same reasoning. Steel, my friend Blake plays a hero-based challenger deck. We're getting a ton of new ally support in a lot of those hero cards. Do it. Let's bring back Phil. Bring back TTs. Get a challenger +1. Whenever you play a hero character, gain 1 lore. Let's do it. And the broom, because Yensid is back. Let's reprint the only, if Yensid comes back, let's reprint the only 2 good brooms that I think fit into any amethyst and or steel strategy. Brooms. But that is it. That is the cards from the first 4 sets that I think have the highest chance of getting reprinted, with some honorable mentions like Ice Block and Julia the Magical. There are honorable mentions from the previous sets as well. They could let me know what you guys think. I think this is the highest number of these we've gotten. I feel like the 21 is the most we've had from reprints. But I feel like set 4 at a glance is a set that you kind of forget about. Like I said, for the longest time, I thought this was set 5. I thought this was set 3. It's like there's a ton of cards in here that are forgettable, that you kind of miss around. But I'm like that with a lot of card games too. There's a few cards that I thought in Pokemon that I think are from different sets. But I think set 4 will be forever remembered as what they did for Emerald and how they shaped Ruby going forward. But let me know what you guys think. Are there any cards that I've missed from these sets that you think would be reprinted? I will have links to the previous 3 videos in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Go out there, play some Lorcana, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell if you want to be alerted to whenever we post any of this amazing content. We got Riftborn content, Final Fantasy TCG content, Lorcana content coming out the walls. You guys are awesome. Stay safe out there. And as always, I will see you when I see you. Bye.